Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Wanted to do a reading. I'm really guided to do one today. The energies have been extremely heavy, and there's just a lot going on at this time with this collective. And I wanted to talk first a little bit about the 3D and the 5D, and I want to talk about the journey. And so let me start with this journey is the twin flame journey is about the evolution of self. It's about oneness of self. And in order to have that unity within yourself, okay, within the masculine and feminine energies within yourself, wounds need to be healed. And so the masculine, if you're a divine feminine, or the feminine, if you're a divine masculine, appears in your life when you're on this journey to uncover or illuminate these triggers, okay? And as I'm just going to speak from the feminine's perspective just to make it easier, but as the feminine then gets triggered through this journey or on this journey after she's met her masculine, then she starts to realize that wounds need to be healed. And as she heals and as she awakens and as she vibes higher into the 4D, 5D, 6D, whatever D it is, she starts to become more loving. Her vibration raises. There's more light that she shines. And she starts to see her masculine and have this immense love for him because she's in a higher vibration. Okay, and I think that's beautiful. I think that's exactly what should happen. But here's the danger in that. If she does not stay grounded as well as raising her vibration, she can get stuck with applying the masculine that she believes in, that she sees the highest potential in the 5D, to the masculine who's in the 3D. And I'm not saying that he is not awakening, and I'm not saying that he is not going through his own journey of healing. But there are many times, many clients, many people that I've talked to that the feminines are doing so well. They're so powerful. They're standing in their power. They're standing in their light. They're executing their mission. But their masculines just aren't ready. And the masculine comes back perhaps to feed off of that light, because if you're the twin, right, he's attracted to that energy. He hasn't created his own complete light yet. And so he comes back and he takes from her and then he leaves. And so then she loses some of her light. Granted, her tower, that's a tower moment for her. She comes back up. She rebuilt her tower. She's stronger than ever again. But what I'm telling you, what I want to say in this message today is, if your masculine is not displaying the qualities and the characteristics that you see of him in the 5D, 6D, 7D, whatever vibration, do not apply it to the 3D masculine in front of you, because he's not ready. That is how feminines and masculines, again, I'm speaking from the feminine standpoint, but this resonates for masculines too. If the masculine is in this energy and he's really loving his feminine and wanting to have this unconditional love for her, and he does, but yet she is displaying behaviors of a 3D unawakened feminine, he will stay stuck in applying this 5D to the 3D self of that person. People stay stuck for years. They stay stuck for decades because they haven't learned that lesson, okay? That you cannot apply the 5D to the person you're seeing in the 3D until you start to see the gap get smaller. When he starts showing you in the 3D that he changes, okay? You're in the 5D, you're vibrating high. When you see he's starting to rise up to be the masculine, then absolutely you can start to apply all of that. I'm not telling you, do not leave me comments that say, Queen of Light, you're telling us about unconditional. Here's what I'm saying. Love yourself. You can love yourself. You can love your twin. You can love in the 3D and the 5D. But what I'm talking about is applying the 5D masculine to a 3D masculine who is not displaying behaviors of the 5D, of a higher vibration. That is not a vibrational match. The feminines that do this say, but he's coming to me in my dreams and he's speaking of a high vibration and we're connecting, wonderful. But in the 3D, what is he doing? Still with the karmic, still cheating, still lying, still disrespecting, okay? Or perhaps even not those things. Maybe just numbing it out. Maybe numbing out the connection, numbing you, ghosting you, okay? You're connecting with him on the 5D. You're praying that he is that same person in the 3D. And I will tell you, unless he is showing you otherwise, he is not the 5D masculine yet. So stop applying that 5D to his 3D self. Love him in the 5D. Love yourself in the 5D. Choose yourself in the 5D. And choose to keep your light on and vibrate high. Again, the message is not to not love him, okay? That's not what I'm saying. And I know that people are going to be confused about this, so I'm going to say it again. If your masculine is not displaying the qualities of the 5D vibration that you are seeing and hearing of your masculine, do not apply that to him in the 3D. Because he is not ready. Once he starts to show you in the 3D that he is coming up, he's starting to have his own light, his heart is open, and he can love, then you can start to ground and bridge the gap. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Again, you're going to have your opinions. I don't really want to hear from anyone, to be honest, that doesn't understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying not to love him. Love him, but do not apply the 5D to a masculine who's very 3D space, in his 3D space, not showing you respect, kindness, love, who doesn't have his own light, but only seeks out yours when he is depleted. Do not apply that 5D masculine characteristic that you're seeing to the 3D masculine, because you will keep him stuck. You will continue to allow him to feed. Okay? This journey is not about union with him or her. This journey is about your evolution, your inner oneness with your outer oneness. It is about the love and the light that you have within, and to share and vibrate that into the world as you heal and heal your wounds. Your masculine is part of this world. You can absolutely love him, send him light as you can. But if he comes to feed as a 3D masculine and he's not ready, then it is your own free will what you do to it, what you do with that. I am telling you from clients that I've been dealing with, clients that I have been coaching, and from these experiences that I have been hearing about. And it is very, very dangerous when you are disconnected with the 3D, 5D self, when the masculine is completely disconnected from that 5D energy, okay? And the feminine puts the 5D energy on him, expecting him to be different because that is what she is feeling and that's what her intuition is saying. But yet in the reality, he is still behaving in a manner that is not a divine masculine, okay? That does not apply to this reading today. I will tell you that. I'm saying this today because I have talked to and read for so many clients within the last few weeks that are upset, that are feeling defeated, that are completely emotional. And so it's my responsibility to you to share with you that message, that knowledge, to completely please. Detach from union energies and focus on your inner healing and your own inner oneness, and do not apply the 5D energies of the masculine when you don't see it in him in the 3D. Okay? All right. Oh my God. Sorry that took 10 minutes, but I just really, really needed to get that message out, and that is part of the reason why I did this reading today. All right, collective reading. I've used 3, 6, 9 to 11, 11 decks. Isn't that interesting? 11 decks. Overall energy, head, heart, 3D space. We have messages from spirit. We have the current connective energies and future energies. All right, let's just go ahead and get straight into it. I don't have an executive summary for you. I just pulled these cards out. I'm going to channel this real time. Okay, overall energy, the theme of their energy right now is 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups has come out a lot in their 3D space. I asked for a 3D reading today, so this is what is happening in the 3D for this collective. 7 of Cups, card of illusion, card of fantasy, card of confusion, card of chaos. There's chaos in the overall energy for the masculine and feminine. 7 of Cups comes out in the masculine's 3D space and in the feminine's 3D space. There is sadness over a lack of clarity. There is sadness over a lack of choices being made, okay? There is confusion in this connection at this time, and they are both operating in confusion, chaos, a little bit of illusion, but definitely of procrastination, okay? And right underneath that is the 8 of Swords, which shows me that that's where they're stuck at this time, and they are stuck. They are a little stuck. All right, overall energy for the masculine. He's got the Strength card 3 times. He is really trying to gain his strength, okay? He's in his overall energy, he's trying to be strong. In his heart space, he's got the Strength card. I'm sorry, in his head space, he's got the Strength. In his overall energy, he's got the Strength card. In the head space, he's got the Strength card. In his heart, he's got the Strength card. He is working on being strong right now. There is some conflict that has occurred in this connection. And what's interesting to me is that most of the conflict shows up in the feminine side. He is just really trying to gain his composure. So in his overall energy, like I said, the theme is confusion, chaos, procrastination. First card out, Strength. He's trying to be strong. He's trying to plan for his long term. What is his legacy? What does he want? He is healing. He's retreated. He's probably spending some time alone, okay? He's retreated, he's recuperating, he's recovering from something, probably this encounter with his feminine. And now he's decided to just spend time working on himself, numbing himself in the material world. What is he numbing? His sadness, 5 of Cups. He's sad. And that's why he's trying to gain his strength. He's sad. That's why he's in the 4 of Swords recovering. He's sad. That is why he's numbing himself through his work. The sadness is about spilled milk. The sadness is about his behavior. The sadness is about what has happened in his life. Okay? Sadness is maybe him thinking about his life. Okay? And I said, okay, what is this sadness about? Death. A couple of things. I really feel like I want to say there's a death to this connection, but only with death comes a rebirth. And we actually got that card for him. So I feel like right now, that's why I feel safe in saying this, is not only is this that he knows he needs to transform himself, but he is mourning the death of something. And I know that he is mourning the death of this connection. Why? Because in the After Tarot, in the 3D, we got Judgment, which is the renewal, the rebirth. So right now in his energy, he is mourning the death of his connection with his feminine, or the death of something. I know it's with his feminine, but because of the way that Strength and all this other stuff came out, he's mourning the death of the connection. All right? So now where is she? She wants to take action. Knight of Wands, this is not the masculine. This is, she wants to take action towards her wishes, her own individual wishes. She is wounded, 9 of Wands. She is wounded, but she's not giving up on herself or on her journey, okay? Because she is the Empress. She is the Empress. She is standing in her power, and she is moving forward again. But this is a card of communication. 8 of Wands came up once in her space, 2 times in his space. So I know that what they are mourning and what she is moving away from is him. Okay? He is sad. He's trying to gain his strength. He's retreated. He's recovering. He's numbing. He's sad over the death of this connection. She's like, I'm done. She got 2-9 energies. She's moving forward to fulfill her own wishes. She's moving forward. You know, she's not giving up on the connection, but she's moving forward. She knows she's wounded, but she has to move forward. She has to stay in her power because there has been some communication with him. 8 of Wands. It matches his headspace and it matches the 3D space, and this is in her overall energy. So I know that it is around this communication. Communication has wounded her. Communication has pushed her to move forward to make her own dreams come true. Okay? All right, what is the theme for our masculine today? What is on his mind? Like, what is the thing for him? Queen of Pentacles. His feminine, Queen of Pentacles, is the Duke. Comes up in his that is all he is thinking about today. In today's energy, he's thinking about the Queen of Pentacles. What card is underneath that? The Lovers. And underneath that is Judgment. I'm not pulling anymore, but I'm telling you, I'm showing you, he's thinking about his connection with his divine feminine, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, that is his underlying energy. His clarifiers for his section is the World. He's completing something. This is the end of a cycle. Okay, remember, death is one of the clarifiers, the death of the connection. Another clarifier that came out for him is the 8 of Wands. There's the death of this connection because of some sort of communication. And his other clarifier is the Magician and the 4 of Cups, and it's because it's like he's a little selfish in the Magician's energy, only wanting to create for himself, okay? And so the cycle has to end. His heart is closed with the 4 of Cups. And so he is mourning the death of his connection. He is mourning the communication that occurred that created the death of this connection. And he is mourning the fact that his heart is very closed. And so now in his clarifiers, and again, here's another bottom of the, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. Look at this. Complete the cycle because of communication with the Queen of Pentacles, right? And what is reversed? 7 of Swords. It's a dupe. Listen, Spirit's channeling through me right now, so I'm just kind of going with the cards, okay? So I'm just really getting here that this is his clarifiers to what we had. He's mourning the death of his connection because of some communication that was deceitful. The 8 of Swords clarified the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is reversed. It's in the past, okay? He's letting go of that. That's completing this cycle, okay? But here we go again. He's trying to find his strength, his composure. He's confused. He wants to plan for the long term, but he is retreated. He's numbing himself. He is sad over the death of his connection. And what does that have to do with his Queen of Pentacles, who is his divine partner, who he wants a rebirth with? Okay? Because it's dead. He wants a rebirth. This is a card. Look, it says rebirth. It's dead today. In his overall energy, he feels like it's completely gone. In his clarifiers, completing the cycle. Because of communication, Page of Wands is communication with his Queen of Pentacles about past deceitful behavior. I mean, this is how they're laid out. It's amazing to me when Spirit does that. So that's his theme. What is her theme? Queen of Cups. She is in the Queen of Cups energy, and her clarifiers, 5 of Pentacles. She's trying to manage her emotions. She is very much the Queen of Cups. She is in her power as the Empress. She is the Queen of Cups, trying to stay open, trying to stay loving. She wants to stay balanced. This deceit, this fight, this conflict is not going to stir her of her Empress power, okay? And so she's trying to keep her heart open, even though she feels, oh my God, here we go. I'm going to pull these 2 because I just did 3. Even though she feels rejected, or she has rejected him. As the High Priestess, she is wiser, and that's why she did that. And she knew, 4 Swords, she had to retreat from her masculine. She knew it because she is the Empress. She's the Queen of Cups. She's the Queen of Pentacles. She's the Queen of Wands. She had to. She had to reject him, move away from him, abandon him because she's the wiser, and she knew that this relationship needed its retreat. That is her theme. So through this retreat, through this recovery, I'll tell you, here we go. She is managing her emotions. She is moving forward in her own truth. And she is the magician. She's the magician. She's the magician. She's every queen. She's the empress. She's the high priestess. She's everything, okay? He is too. He's actually showing up as the emperor, which I love. He's trying to regain his strength and his composure. I love that. So I'm not giving him a bad time. But their Seven of Swords behavior has come up again. So in the before tarot, what is the bottom line? What happened before? There's this air of independence, okay? The Nine of Pentacles, this is about we're a little independent with each other. We're trying to balance our emotion. King of Cups matched to the Queen of Cups. But the Queen of Swords has spoken. The Queen of Swords has spoken. That was the before for both of them. Now what's going to happen in the after? Well, want to move forward slowly, but there's a realization, and the darkness has come over the connection because it has died, but the sun shines again, okay? What does the sun shine to? Ace of Wands, a new beginning, all right? That's how the bottom of the deck rolls. All right, now in his headspace, where are we? Where was he before all of this energy? Seven of Swords. He was getting ready to deceive her again. And I said, what is the Seven of Swords about? Eight of Wands. About communication. He was deceitful again in his communication. This is where he was before, as related to his feminine in the headspace. He was communicating with her, but he was trying to get away with something. Definitely trying to get away with something. So in his headspace, before, he was in the Seven of Swords energy, clarified by the Eight of Wands. Remember, that's a cycle that's completed. He's trying to complete this. So now where is he today? In his headspace today, when he thinks about his feminine, Hierophant, he's thinking about the contract. He's thinking about doing right by her. He's thinking about lessons that he's learned. This is about marriage, about commitments. This is definitely about contracts. And so he wants to do the right thing. This is wanting to do the right thing according to himself and her. So in his headspace, he wants to do the right thing now. Now that he's out of this Seven of Swords kind of behavior, he's communicated in deceitful ways. She has rejected him, okay? Or he's spoken some sort of truth that wasn't honest, so maybe some light was shed. So now he wants to do the right thing. He wants to move forward with the Knight of Pentacles, which is a match to the After Tarot. Wants to move forward. He wants to stand in his power as the Emperor. And he wants to communicate again. But what happens after all of this? Strength. He gets stronger. This for me is like, I feel like in his headspace, he tames his ego. He tames his headspace. He is able to be held, right? He was this lion that was out of control, and this is the Empress, right? And so I feel like within him, he's balanced out these energies where he's been able to tame his ego. Where was she before? Well, she was looking for her justice. The scales weren't necessarily balanced between the two. And she was on her own individual journey. Another number 9 for her. She's got 9 of Cups, 9 of Wands, and now we're in the number 9. Look at how this turns out. X1, 1X. This is where she was before. These are like mirrors, okay? This X1, 1X. She's looking for justice on her journey. Justice on her journey. Where is she today? She's a little nostalgic about what has happened between the two of them. And these aren't necessarily good memories. And so now she is stressed. There's stress in her system. She's haunted maybe by the things that maybe she has said, what he has said, and she's upset. She's very upset. But yet, lovely Queen of Pentacles. She's showing up still in her 3D power. She's not going to let herself be shaken. She's nurturing herself. She's still going to continue in her pursuit of her career, whatever it is. She is nostalgic. It stresses her out, but she's going to stay grounded. She is the Queen of Pentacles, even though she has lost, even though she feels this loss. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords, nobody wins. He didn't win. She didn't win. Nobody won. And that's the source of stress. That's why I didn't clarify that. So there's this past nostalgic, these past memories that are creating stress, but she's staying grounded through this conflict, through the loss. What happens in the after tarot? Knight of Wands. It's a match to her wanting to move forward to her wishes, even though she's wounded. I said, well, okay, Knight of Wands, she moves forward. She's going to move forward. I know she is. She's the Empress. Now she's the Queen of Pentacles. She's the Queen of Cups. What's she going to move forward to? Ten of Wands. She's going to release burdens. That's what I got for her. Where is he in his heart when he feels for his feminine? Where is he? Queen of Cups. He's always viewed her as the Queen of Cups. The last several readings, he's viewed her as the Queen of Cups. He knows that she is soft and compassionate and loving. He knows that about her, even though he tried to do her dirty with the Seven of Swords, okay? In the past, he always has known that she is not only his queen, his 3D queen, that she is a compassionate woman, okay? So where is he now when he thinks of her strength? He thinks of her as strong, but this is also him trying to strengthen his heart space for what? Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. He still wants a new beginning with her. Six of Cups, he's nostalgic too, matches her headspace. He's nostalgic too. He wants reunion. He's thinking about the past as well with his Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is a dupe to the Queen, as how our divine feminine is how she identifies herself in her heart. So in her overall energy, she's the Empress. She's the divine feminine. In her head, she's the Queen of Pentacles. In her heart, she's the Queen of Wands. But in her overall energy, her theme today, she's the Queen of Cups. So here we have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. She is everything to him. She's the Queen of Pentacles, which shows up here. She's the Queen of Cups, which shows here. She's the Queen of Wands, which shows here. He knows that. He knows that. And that is what he's reflecting on. Okay? So now, what do we have? What does he do? He wants to come forward with this offer. Ace of Pentacles is a dupe to his heart space, right? That's what he's trying to gain the strength to do, is to make an offer. And so after, he's realizing she's soft. He's realizing she's also very fiery. He's trying to be strong. He wants this new beginning. He's being nostalgic. He wants a reunion with his Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. He's going to come forward with this new offer, this new beginning. That's what he wants in his heart. Where is she? In the past, she was observing him. Page of Swords. She was observing. She was watching. She's trying to see what the heck was going on while they were independent of each other. So now where is she today in her heart space regarding her masculine? Eight of Cups. She wants to move away. She wants to move away from him. She wants to move away. And I said, okay, well, what is she moving away from? She wants to move away from the stress. Nine of Swords came up in her headspace. She wants to move away from the stress. Remember, in the after tarot, she moves away from this burden. It is a burden at this time. This conflict is a burden at this time. So she wants to move away from the stress, and she wants to just operate in her truth, in her clarity. She wants to get into a better time again. Three Cups. In her heart, she wants to be a little bit lighter because she's chosen her independence. Queen of Wands, match to the Queen of Wands in his heart space. She just wants to get into a lighter time, into a better time, to be with her tribe and walk away from stress. She's done with the heartache in her heart, and so she doesn't want to look at this cup anymore, this cup from the universe. She doesn't want to look at the cup. So what happens afterwards? She lays down the burden. Remember here, she's walking away from the burden. When she moves away from him and the stress that he brings to her, she lays the burden down in her heart space. I love that. It works out, right? She's going to move away from it. In her heart, she lays it down. What's going on in the 3D space as related to the masculine? Look at this. 2 sevens. V11, V11, 7. Here, 7 of Wands in the before, it was like he was getting ready to make an investment. He was getting ready to plant seeds with her. But they were probably deceitful seeds. With this 7 of Swords. He's got a lot of sevens. 7 may be a life path. 7 may be a special number. But his 7 here is deceit in his communication. That's where he was before. And then remember, he was still viewing her as the Queen of Cups before. Now, in the before in his 3D, he was getting ready to sow some seeds. But he didn't make a choice. He blinded himself again. Seven of Cups, remember, he's in the confusion now. He was trying to stay blind to her. He was trying to stay blind to the connection. But now he's seen it. Now he's confused. Now he's looking at the cups. He's not sure what he's going to do. Okay? Remember, that's in the overall energy. So he was trying to plant some seeds, but he didn't really want to make a choice. But those seeds were going to be planted in deception. So where is he today? He's communicated. Eight of Wands. He's communicated. He thought with confidence, but also his independence. He was communicating maybe that, he just wants to be alone at this time. Maybe he's just not ready. He's not feeling confident. Remember, we got strength 3 times for him in his overall energy, in his headspace, in his heart space. And so 9 of Pentacles is very much about being independent, being confident, right? This is about being luxurious, making money, feeling like you have money. So before he wasn't making a choice, and now he's communicated, and maybe his choices that he needs to find his courage and his independence. And then it's followed by the Moon's energy. So what I got for this, because it was clarified by the Magician and the Four of Cups, is that he's really unsure about his emotions at this time. He doesn't know how he feels. And just like she doesn't want to look at the cup anymore in her heart, he just never probably saw the cup to begin with, to be honest. He probably never saw the cup to begin with until now. Until now. And so now this Moon's energy has revealed this cup. Because remember, he was trying to stay blind before. But now through this communication, through this conflict, through this chaos, he's trying to be more confident. He's trying to understand his emotions. And once he does, what does he want? A new beginning with the Fool card. He's going to want a new beginning. So what happens after this new beginning? Judgment, rebirth. Remember, this came up in his 5 of Cups. He's mourning the death. And in the 3D, once he realizes what his feelings are for his feminine, he makes this choice, gains his strength, he's going to want to call this relationship back to life. Where is she in her 3D space as related to her masculine? Well, she wanted the new beginning. She did. But she didn't know until now that it came with some dishonesty. Okay? She wanted it. So that's where she was. But then what happened? 5 of Wands. There's battle. There's a conflict, inner conflict, outer conflict. But there's conflict that needs to be healed. Temperance, because there's an imbalance now with her masculine, the Emperor. He shows up as the Emperor in his headspace. And what happened? He broke her heart. I clarified this. Why did he break her heart? 7 of Cups matches the 7 of Cups. That he didn't make a choice. He didn't choose her. He didn't choose her. That's the heartbreak. He chose his independence. I mean, it's not like he went and chose a karmic or a third party. He just didn't choose her. So you've got to respect the fact that he chose himself, because that's what the journey's about. What happens after 9 of Wands? She's just wounded, but she's going to keep going. But I feel like at some point he will come back and maybe help her heal that wound. All right? I'm going to do top down. So, top down for the masculine, deceitful behavior around communication to his Queen of Cups, in that he was thinking about planting seeds, wanting to plant seeds, but chose not to. Okay? Chose not to see the beauty of his Queen of Cups. Chose not to be honest with his Queen of Cups. So now where are we? Wants to do the right thing. He's trying to gain the strength to do so that he can move forward. Maybe move forward with communication later. He wants to, again, this movement forward again into a new beginning. But maybe this new beginning has to do with him and his independence and his own individuality, all right? He wants to be the divine masculine. He wants to reunite. He's being nostalgic. Excuse me, but he's trying to balance out his emotions in the dark. He's just in the dark right now. It's because he's chosen to keep himself in the dark. And I'm not saying he's unawakened. He is the Emperor. He is our divine masculine, but he's just not there yet. So he wants to communicate to his Queen of Wands about a new beginning. But it's just like there's a lot of communication about it and not a whole lot of action, all right? So What is he doing? Trying to contain himself, trying to balance his emotions, trying to understand his emotions, trying to tame his ego so he can come forward with a new beginning and bring this relationship to life. That's what he wants. That's what he'll want to do ultimately. But right now, just let him choose himself. Just let him choose himself. So where was she? She wanted justice while she was on her spiritual journey as she observed him, and she wanted a new beginning. She wanted a new beginning. So now where is she? She's nostalgic, okay? She's thinking about the past. She's thinking about what happens, and now she wants to walk away. She wants to walk away from him. Too much stress. She wants to be in her truth because this conflict is too burdensome for her right now. Too much of a burden. So she's stressed. She wants to make things lighter, and she wants to heal. All right? She's standing in her power, Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Wands, with the Emperor. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Emperor all show up in his face. So here, she's trying to stay grounded, but she has asserted her independence, and she knows that she has to leave him. She has to choose herself, and she does. So what happens? There is this conflict, this fight, this loss. She chooses not to look at the cup anymore, and her heart's broken. So what happens? She moves away from the burden. She lays down the burden, and she will ultimately at some point heal the burden. Okay? She's going to let it go, but this 3D space, she's still a little wounded. She's not going to give up, but maybe the burden, she'll have a partner that maybe helps her get out of that. All right? That's where we are today. All right, let's look at the current connective energy. Current connective energy. Bottom of the deck. Let's just pull 3 and see what happens. I haven't looked at it yet. All right, so justice. They're looking to balance the scales. People do need to do right by each other, but there's waiting. What are they waiting for? Success. 6 of Wands. So they're waiting to feel successful. They're waiting to feel a little bit more confident. They're waiting for their strength. Him, mostly. Okay, so that there can be justice. Where did justice come out? Oh, in her. That's what she's wanted, justice. And so now it is a theme for their current connective energy. So where are we today? The Star. The universe is assisting them. The universe is assisting them, guiding both of them. There is a desire for an offer, but that offer is stuck at this time with the Devil's energy. And I said, what is this about? What is the Devil's energy about? It's this 4 of Cups. Nobody wants to look at this cup anymore. He's got the 4 of Cups, she's got the 4 of Cups. Nobody wants the cup anymore, but the sun is shining on it. The sun is going to shine on it. The cup's going to be illuminated. Right now, it feels stuck. He's not trying to look at it. She doesn't want to look at it. So then what happens? Queen of Wands, she asserts her independence around this union, okay? I feel like they want it, but she's in Queen of Wands now. She's in the Queen of Wands energy. And once this feminine goes into Queen of Wands energy, that fire gets lit up. And I feel like this is divinely guided. There's the desire for an offer, but the cup is stuck. The cup is stuck. They're waiting for their illumination. In the meantime, the Queen of Wands is independent. And yeah, when I first got the 2 of Cups, I thought, oh, okay, well, there's a union energy. But no, I feel like she is not going to look at the cup. She doesn't want to look at the cup anymore. And she's asserted her independence over this union. That's really what I'm getting. Where are we? Messages from Spirit before we get to the future. Burden. This connection, Spirit is saying we know it's a burden, especially on the feminine. She got the 10 of Wands 2 times. This connection is a burden because of his deceit. Because of deceit, snake. Because of his deceit. But Spirit's saying, you'll move forward. You will both move forward because we're going to call you to action. This is like the 4 of Wands because we will have stability. We will have healing. There will be a home with the masculine. So I just feel like if there's any energies out there right now where you guys are feeling like you've been lied to, or maybe someone wasn't honest, or maybe wasn't on the up and up, that burden is going to be released. It's going to be cut away. And this 4 of Wands with the masculine energy, he's going to come into it. He's going to come into it. There is going to be a call to action. All right, let's go to future energies. What do we have? Death. Now I'm reading this as transformation. Because we have death and then rebirth. In the future, this relationship will transform. Okay, what's the bottom of the deck for the future? I'll tell you right now. Stress, going within, not doing anything, and guarded. Yeah, so right now the future's a little guarded. I feel like the future is a little unwritten at this time. And so let me also give you the 3 clarifiers for it, because I clarified the connective and the future energy. This offer of love, we're moving away from it so we can end a cycle at this time. There is a cycle that needs to end. There is a cycle that needs to end. And it's the cycle of getting rid of this deceitful behavior. It's a cycle of him coming into his full power. And it's her unleashing this burden, like completely detaching from this connection. Bottom of the deck for the Lenormand was the bouquet, followed by the star, followed by the clouds, which really show that the clouds are going to shine again. This is going to shine again. Right now it feels a little dead. Okay, so future, transformation. We go into a better time, 9 of Wands, because we didn't give up, and we get our emotional bliss. But we walk away from something. And I said, oh no, I said, what are we walking to? We have this emotional bliss, and now 8 of Cups, what are we walking to? Communication. What's the communication about? That we're evaluating, that we're valuing. And what about this evaluation that we don't want to give up? Why don't we want to give up? 10 of Cups. And that was the end of that story. And I said, okay, fine. So we're moving towards communicating. We're moving towards evaluation. We're moving towards not giving up on this journey with each other. And then we get our emotional bliss, which is the match to the 10 of Cups in this portion of the reading. So what happens after all of this when we walk to the 10 of Cups? 6 of Cups. We'll now have reunion. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go for now. Let him learn his lesson. Let him come into his power. Let him come into his strength, and love him from the 5D, but do not apply the 5D energies to what you see in the 3D, because it is not what you see. It is an illusion at this time. 7 of Cups. We're both in an illusion. You're both in an illusion. Things need to balance out in this connection. That's why Temperance is here in the 3D. Things need to be balanced out. The divine is assisting. And just have faith. Have faith. And stay on your journey for you. All right? Have a great day, everybody. I hope this helped. Bye-bye.